Okay, here we are. Welcome to the Feleboga Coffee Hour. We're here broadcasting live from Oslo, Norway. Big hello to all of our friends in Europe and in the United States. This will be a breakfast meeting for our friends out on the West Coast. And if you're here in Europe, you might care for something a little bit stronger than that because it is 4 o'clock. But here we go. We're going to start it off by a little tune called The Last of Harris. And we got several sponsors today. This one is sponsored by the Harris and Zoinal Parlor Stove with its patented cornices and floral patterns. The Harris Parlor Stove will warm your heart as well as your parlor. Here we go. Thanks for joining us. This is the Feleboga Coffee Hour. We're live to you from the Nordstrand neighborhood of Oslo. Got a few sponsors we're going to talk about, and the next tune is from our CD, Tugboat to Hamburg. It's a tune called Going Up to Hamburg. And friends, if you're going up to Hamburg this summer, Hamburg, Pennsylvania, you want to stop at Reif Snyder Ag Center out in Bernville. We got a letter from a customer of theirs. It says, Dear Feleboga, we recently purchased chicks from Reif Snyder's, and this is a new venture for us, and we found a lot of wonderful support at this place. Before we ordered our chicks, we attended a free seminar at the store and learned a lot about how to raise chickens and ducks, and we even won a large bag of chicken feed. 5 stars. Thank you, dear friends. Here's a tune called Going Up to Hamburg.
Little lady going up to Hamburg to get me a dram. Swing chain going up to Hamburg, walking by the hill, but going up to Hamburg. Yes, I am going up to Hamburg. Pretty little lady going up to Hamburg to get me a dram. Going up to Portland, going up to Hamburg, yes I am. Going up to Hamburg, pretty little lady, going up to Hamburg to get me a dram. Swing chain, going up to Hamburg, dance till the daybreak, going up to Hamburg, yes I am. little lady, going up to Hamburg to get me a dram. Swing Jane, going up to Hamburg, married by the morning, going up to Hamburg, yes I am. Going up to Hamburg, pretty little lady, going up to Hamburg to get me a dram.
We go. That's going up to Hamburg. We put the famous Hamburg button on the end of that one. All right. Got another little fiddle tune here called Cripple Creek. This is a version that you might not know if you're a bluegrass fan. This is from a different part of the repertoire. And we got a friend right here at the west side of the house who runs Nordstrand Chiropractic, Ronnie Håka. And Ronnie's a great guy, and we decided to dedicate this one to him. It's called Cripple Creek. He's a chiropractor and a good one, and he'll keep you from going cripple or getting creaky. There you go. He's got a good schedule. You can book him online, and he drives a red Mustang. Here's Cripple Creek going out to Nordstrand Chiropractic. Cripple Creek brought to you by our friend Ronnie Håka at Chiropractic, of Nordstrand Chiropractic, rather. And we got a song now called Devilish Mary. You'll find this also on our CD Tugboat to Hamburg. This is a song that we have from the Skillet Liquors, and it's a song about a young married couple that run into problems realizing that married life is maybe not what it seems. Here we go.
I thought I never would marry. Met myself with a pretty little gal. Sure enough, we married. Ring tumma ting tumma terry. Prettiest gal I ever saw, and her name was Devilish Mary. Well, we were
trusted girlie. We both agreed upon one word, and our wedding day was Thursday. Ring tumma ting tumma terry. Prettiest girl I ever saw, and her name was Devilish Mary. Well, we hadn't been married about 6 weeks. She got mean as the devil. Every time I look cross-eyed, she'd knock me on the head with a shovel. Ring tumma ting tumma terry. Prettiest girl I ever saw, and her name was Devilish Mary. Well, she filled my bath with old soap suds. She filled my back with stitches. She let me know right from the start she's gonna wear my breeches. Ring tumma ting tumma terry. Prettiest girl I ever saw, and her name was Devilish Mary. Well, we hadn't been married about 6 months. We both agreed to be parted. She whipped the ship with her little duds. Down the road she started. Ring tumma ting tumma terry. Prettiest girl I ever saw, and her name was Devilish Mary. Well, if I ever marry again one time, I'll be for love and not for riches. Marry a gal about 2 feet high. She can't wear my breeches. Ring tumma ting tumma terry. Prettiest girl I ever saw, and her name was Devilish Mary. That's the tune Devilish Mary. We got another instrumental tune. Polly put the kettle on, and this one was from Marcus Martin.
Swannanoa, North Carolina.
Yeah, Swannanoa, North Carolina.
Greetings to all our friends we won't get to see this summer in Swannanoa, North Carolina.
Yeah, but we're counting on being there next time it happens, 2021, hopefully. Yep. This is a tune called Polly Put the Kettle On. And friends, when you put the kettle on, make sure you're serving something from Country Fresh Creation out in Chapel Road in Hamburg, Pennsylvania. They have won the Homebrewed Goodness Award 3 years in a row for their baked goods and their coffee. And they have lunch specials every day. This is Polly Put the Kettle On, brought to you by Country Fresh Creations. All right, Polly put the kettle on. Joining us late, if you have joining us late, we're the Feleboga String Band, and this is the Feleboga Coffee Hour. We're joining you from the Nordstrand neighborhood of Oslo, and that was a tune called Polly Put the Kettle On. We have another tune from the Tugboat to Hamburg CD. This is called Muddy Roads, and I have another letter here from Monica out in Deer Lake. Deer Lake's up on 895 from Hamburg, PA, and she says, Dear Feleboga, we love your CD, Tugboat to Hamburg. Thank you very much, Monica. Especially the song Muddy Roads, which is coming right up now. And she sends a tip. She says, here's a tip for removing mud stains from your clothes. Thank you, Monica. I'll pass that on. Here it goes. She says, I soak them in vinegar for a while, and then I rub the stains with a paste made of equal parts of baking soda and vinegar, and the stain will come right out. Thank you so much, Monica, up in Deer Lake. Thank you so much. And here's that tune you like so much called Muddy Road.
Walking down the muddy road, leaving town at the break of day. Walking down the muddy road. Weather vane turns around, point me to the edge of town. Leaving town at the break of day, point me to the edge of town. Icy wind stings my eyes, blurry up the cold that flies, leaving town at the break of day. Icy wind that stings my eyes. Howling dogs, rattling chains, ain't no way to ease my pain. Ain't no way to ease my pain. Howling dogs and rattling chains. Wenn ich's eingezogen, fremd zieh ich wieder aus. Der Mai war mir gewogen mit manchem Blumenstrauß. Was soll ich länger weilen, dass man mich trieb hinaus, dass ihre Hunde heulen von ihren Herrenhaus. Muddy roads, walking down the muddy road, leaving town at the break of day, walking down the muddy road.
Muddy Road. That's you might have recognized a couple of verses from Schubert's Die Winterreise in there. You know, sometimes the talent is stealing from the right places.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we're coming to the end of the first Feleboga Coffee Hour with a tune called "Feed My Horse" on corn and hay. I got one more letter to share with you here. This is a card that comes to us from Bill in South Carolina. He says, Dear Feleboga, we have a 23-year-old thoroughbred Appaloosa who's recently developed ulcers and had a recent gas colic. And Bill has 2 questions. He says, my questions are, 1, we are using beet pulp. Does the beet pulp count as forage? 1. And 2, how do we determine the weight given the amount of water used to soak the beet pulp? Well, Bill, here's the thing, is that the beet pulp, A, does not count as forage, and 2, you need to measure it before you add the water, because then the weight will be all wrong. Now remember, when you're feeding your horse, it's important to feed the grain little and often. Feed regular times, because a horse's stomach is a lot more sensitive than yours to the time that it gets fed, and I'm sure it'll be fine. And if you need a little bit more information about ulcer management for an older horse, please get in touch with us at post@feleboga.com. Post@feleboga.com. Send us a little note. We'll pass along the same articles that we use for our horses out here in Nordstrand. All right, this is a tune called Feed My Horse on Corn and Hay. That's the Feleboga Coffee Hour for today. Thank you for joining us. You can view this a little while longer on YouTube. Please get in touch with us at post@feleboga.com. Send your questions, agricultural and metaphysical. We'll do the best we can to answer them the next time we have a coffee hour, which is scheduled for a week from today, Wednesday at 4 p.m. Oslo time. Be a little bit earlier, of course, wherever you are in America, East Coast, Middle West, West Coast. Sure has been nice chatting with you today, and we'll see you again real soon.